we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Buffalo's offense will get the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second down 11. Off play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Gator fans love to see their teams line up the scoreboard when they'll take the defense, bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Kick is in the air. And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard line. The Gators offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets into the 30.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you lose him.
Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and he's gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Fine play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse edge, the freak. It was a nightmare, so hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
On the run, still looking. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The throw to the outside is complete. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. On the move at the 30. Wide open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Florida.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll ride his man on the option. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. On the ground, it's Daniels. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the... and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
team been at home today in all three facets of the game? Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
From the gun, the running back has it. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Oh, they're after him. Quarterback gets past the marker.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players.
There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. He's over 150 yards on the ground. Powerful running from him, and the Gators have a long list of guys who've done that, led by the great Emmitt Smith.
Unbelievable list. And you can go Ernest Graham, you can go Fred Taylor, you can go back as far as you want. Guys, you gave him the ball.
He's got it inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking for a big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab right down the middle. And they were were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. You got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Pressure coming. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of... It's 1st and goal from the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return after 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start the third quarter with the run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. Once he got some room, it was over.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. The give on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense.
And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it. The Gators just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking for room. It's Daniels. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from